Scaredycast. Guess what?
What?
It's that time of year again.
What time of year?
The International Horror and Sci-Fi Film Festival at the Phoenix Film Festival, which means Monty's here.
That's me.
Yay!
I'm excited to be here.
If you don't know my friend Monty, then you can get out of here. But
Go.
For anyone who is not familiar, Monte Yazzie, one of our good friends.
Yes.
You are literally in everything with film involved, like International Horror and Sci-Fi Film Festival, Phoenix Film Festival. I mean, just being cool, just being awesome. We're super excited to have you on. I cannot believe it's already been a year.
You make me sound so much more important than I actually am.
We cleared everything to make sure this happened, okay? We had to make sure we got you, Monty.
we had to move some things around.
You know? And I told them I have a hard out. That's what I told them. I said,
what?
listen, 6:30, that's all you got.
Okay,
That's
perfect.
all you got.
All right, we got 4 minutes, guys.
All right.
I'm
Let's
just
make it
kidding.
count.
I cleared my entire evening for this.
Well, how have you been, Monty? Like, before we get into the nitty gritty.
I've been great. Life's great. Movies are great. I'm excited that we get to do this film festival again. I'm excited that we get to do this at the wonderful Harkins Scottsdale 101 theaters. And we have a lot of great movies set for everybody to come and watch. And that makes me excited.
Oh, yeah.
I love it. I love
And I get to see
Harkins.
Tony and I get to see Kelsey.
Aw.
And it's always fun to see you two. I
very
see you on my internets all the time.
Yeah, we are on everybody's internets.
Whether you like it or not.
I'm just trying to figure out how I'm going to get in the wrestling conversation.
Oh, don't worry. That's
Okay.
that's issue number one I have here. Because what are you doing?
What do you mean? What am I doing?
It's WrestleMania weekend.
It is. You're right. It is WrestleMania
Why is
weekend.
this happening on WrestleMania?
I
You
know.
did 1 year is on WrestleMania weekend, and it was a complete disaster for
Yep,
me. And then
I
the
know.
next year it was not on WrestleMania weekend, and it was amazing. We were able to do everything. It was so cool. And now we're back on WrestleMania weekend.
Yeah. You know, I would never say this, but they are playing WrestleMania at Harkins Theaters.
Oh.
So they might be playing it here, maybe. I don't know. I haven't looked that far at the schedule, but if I do disappear for a little bit, I'm probably disappearing from my favorite matches.
I'm pretty sure they are playing it here because I know whenever we came and watched SummerSlam here, it was pretty cool.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. Now, I am not saying leave the International Horror and Sci-Fi Film Festival or the Phoenix Film Festival, okay? But if you have to step away to watch a match, if you have to step away to watch CM Punk get his ass kicked by Roman Reigns, by all means, go ahead and watch Pepsi Phil get beat up. He's old and he should retire. I said it, okay? I really hope Danhausen walks out of this WrestleMania as the undisputed Universal Champion.
Oh, my
Hot
God.
take. He's going to curse everybody, and he's taking it. And I said it.
Ooh, you heard it here first.
There's your WrestleMania predictions.
There it is.
And you know what? Okay, for anyone who isn't aware of WrestleMania, but they're like, wait, I want to know what's going on with the International Horror and Sci-Fi Film Festival. What dates are we talking about?
We are going to be here April 9th through the 19th. It's just a few weeks away. It's 11 days of amazing movies. We have a full schedule available on phoenixfilmfestival.com. We have an entire set of every single movies that you could ever watch, ever want to watch. You can schedule it all out on phoenixfilmfestival.com. Tickets and everything are available there as well, too. So it's all ready to go. We're excited.
I am so excited. Okay, so last year, I mean, these last few years that we've been able to come and cover it, like it's just been so amazing. There is so much talent out there to be seen. And I remember you talking last year about how you watch every single film that comes through, that's entered. So just know that if you are entering into the International Horror and Sci-Fi Film Festival, your film is being watched. And just because it doesn't make it doesn't mean that it's not amazing. It just means that the competition is that much. Or maybe you're having to fill like a certain slot that isn't filled yet, you know? So for anyone that's not familiar, like how does it work? Like what is the process? Like this is a long time and a lot of work that you guys put into this because you truly do love film.
I do.
You love filmmakers and you love being able to show the local talent and international talent that we have.
You know, it is a lot of work. I am fortunate to have an amazing team. So not only is it myself who is watching these movies, but we also have great programmers on the horror sci-fi side. We have Brandon Kitchen, who's our consistent horror feature showcase programmer. We have Danny Marianino, who does all of our horror shorts. And then we have Michael Stackpole on our sci-fi side, who does both the shorts and the features. So These guys are longtime veterans with Phoenix Film Festival and with International Horror and Sci-Fi Film Festival. They've been doing it since the beginning. So they've been here much longer than I've been. And I tell people all the time that if you think the movies are great, it's not just because of one person. It's because of a whole group of people who are coming together and a whole bunch of people who are passionate about this as well too. But the way that we program is we have a competition side and we have a showcase side. And our competition films are short films and feature films. And then we have showcases where we kind of handpick from different distributors, different programs and different film companies across the United States that might have good content that we want to show off in a showcase position. So we have quite a bit of films this year, and we're excited again to be able to program such a diverse lineup.
I'm so excited. Okay. And I saw, our good friend Patrick at Allied Global Marketing sent us just a couple of the trailers that are going to be featured in the Horror and Sci-Fi Film Fest. One of them is Obsession.
Oh yeah.
I know that there's a lot of hype around this. It's definitely making the film festival circuit already. It's going to be in theaters for sure. But this is a way to be able to see it before anyone else, really, in a lot of different ways. So that's a really cool opportunity.
It's our opening night film. So this is playing on our Friday, April 10th is the opening night for the International Horror and Sci-Fi Film Festival. This is playing in a primetime slot. So right in the evening, right at that good turning point. And Obsession, if you haven't watched the trailer, watch the trailer. I'm not going to give anything away, but sometimes what you wish for, especially if it's for someone's love, is not always going to turn out very good. And this movie takes that to another level. There's a performance in this film that is absolutely amazing, and I don't want to give it away because this performance in this film will be talked about. I have a feeling after this movie, you're gonna not know who this person is, and then after this movie, you're gonna see them everywhere.
Oh, that just gave me chills.
I love that. So, Obsession is a giant film for us, and we are so excited to have it as our opening night film.
I mean, it's not just Obsession, though. Obviously, that was one that people are a little more familiar with, but there are some other ones that look really amazing too. Are there any that you, off the top of your head, that you're especially excited about? Are you excited about the shorts? Are you excited about the feature films? Or is there certain things that really stood out that you think the audience is gonna really glom onto?
I tell people if this is your first time coming to a film festival, you should take the opportunity to watch our short films. Because that's a great way to get a large variety of films in a very short period of time. And oftentimes those filmmakers will come to the film festival. So they'll be here to talk about their shorts, and they're very passionate and they have a lot of projects that they're working on. But start with the short films and then look at our competition films. We have a lot of great stuff on both horror and sci-fi. But on the showcase side of things, I have a very one-on-one connection with all of those films. So I am working directly with the distributors for our showcase films to kind of curate what we're going to be watching. And Obsession's a big one for us. We also have a Arizona premiere for a horror anthology called Grind, which is directed by Chelsea Stardust and Brea Grant and stars a lot of recognizable people in the horror community. And this movie is an anthology about basically gig workers and, office politics, and takes that and turns it on its head with a really cool anthology. We have a really amazing film called 15, which is about two girls who are approaching their quinceañera, and one of them ends up going through a change and becomes something beastly. And it's a really great film because it's grounded in culture, has a lot of great narrative components, and just is a phenomenal film that I think does that great job of blending culture and horror together. Does a great job of it. For those of you looking for something a little bit harder, we have a movie called Flush. And Flush, premise is very simple. A guy who is not treating other people very, very good gets involved with the wrong group of people, and they put his head down a toilet bowl, and his head gets stuck in the toilet bowl. And the rest of the movie takes place from his head being stuck in the toilet bowl.
Guess which movie I can't wait to watch.
I don't know if you can see it on camera, but I literally pointed at somebody as you were describing.
I was reading the description of all the movies. I was like, that's mine. That's the one I need to watch.
All right, you're going to have to sneak away from WrestleMania if it happens to be the same weekend.
It's not WrestleMania weekend.
Oh, okay. Made sure. Okay, you guys.
Thank you. At least you knew that one. You're like,
welcome.
Tony's going to want to see this. We'll make sure it's not on WrestleMania weekend.
Yep. Perfect. And on top of all that, we have so many other films. Marama is a great gothic horror tale from New Zealand. We have Camp, which is a really interesting film about a group of people at a camp that go through some cosmic horrors that are happening, and it's a really fun movie as well too. We have a great documentary called Blood and Guts that takes a look at the Addams family. They recently, you know, they did a couple of movies recently that have made pretty big hits on the horror fest. But this is a documentary about them as a family and how they make movies together. And that's pretty awesome. I feel like the behind the scenes look behind that, you get a lot of heart, you get a lot of understanding of where ideas come from, and just really how dedicated this family is to making good movies. That's pretty awesome.
That is amazing too. And it's almost like not Inception really, but, you know, kind of giving you a behind the scenes look of the behind the scenes. So I do really love that, especially too, you know, as someone that's been on both sides of being in and appreciating a film festival, you know, like being able to hear, like you're saying, being able to hear directly from the people who have made so many sacrifices and who have really put together great products because they're passionate about it. And a lot of times, you know, people will sit there and be like, oh, I wish I could do this. Oh, I don't know how to even start, or like, I'm afraid, or like, you know, I've been having this idea for a very long time. This is a great way to really be able to get in there and have those one-on-one conversations with people that started exactly where you're at.
Yeah.
And to be able to maybe get inspired, or just be able to be like, okay, how did you do this? Like, or I'm stuck on this. And you might be able to like come away inspired for your own, you know, project making.
And a great way to build partnerships. Great way to find those people that maybe are going to help you with your script, or maybe be those people behind the camera, find actors, all those things. So there's a great opportunity for folks to partner up and maybe find their new filmmaking friends.
I love it. Pause.
Pausing.
Hello.
And now a word from our sponsor.
Hello, comics readers, literary fans, and fellow creators. This message has come hot off the desk of the mighty Star-Lord, no relation to the guy in outer space. That's right, it's the dachshund extraordinaire and spokesdog for Dash Comics, a humble imprint from the border town of El Paso, Texas, with a message for all. Dash Comics is the new kid on the block of the indie comics community, and they are excited to share with you who they are and what they're about. Dash Comics is the creative endeavor of writer Humberto Avila, a rad dude living the electric wheelchair life, fast, furious, and on a mission. A mission to what, you ask? A mission to create stories about the little but mighty people and pups who are the ordinary and average that make this world turn. Tales of supernatural terror and the unpredictable wheel of fate spare no one. Heroes rise, but they aren't alone. Follow along at dachcomics.com and discover the power, strength, and resiliency that lays in the essence of the disabled, the ordinary, and the underestimated individuals of this world. Strap in, folks. There will be blood, monsters, and dachshunds.
You know what? I'm not
Drinking Fiji water because I'm giving up soda.
Oh, why?
Good job.
The past like couple days, I've been having some like pains in my heart area, my chest.
Tony, don't tell me that.
Like every once in a while, I'll just be chilling. All of a sudden, it just feels like something goes, yeah, stabs me, and then stops, and then I'm okay again.
I'm not
And
a
I'm like,
doctor.
I should probably fix my diet now.
You know, like, that's not good.
No.
Yeah.
It's not good.
So
Maybe go to a doctor.
I got rid of, well, I don't have insurance.
Just go to a county hospital.
Well, I don't have money.
Then don't pay them.
So I'm just thinking, instead I'll go to a doctor, you know what they'll do? They'll say, hey, you need to change your diet. You need to stop drinking so much soda, stop eating so much fast food.
Tell them to give you a
So
cardiogram.
I'm just skipping that part. I'm just switching to water,
Okay.
Maybe like,
bubblies.
maybe find a religion. I don't know. Maybe find someone who's going to pray for you.
I mean, I got wrestling.
Oh, wrestling.
Okay.
Wrestling and movies is my
That's
religion.
right. Wipe your feet at the table.
That's right. A trailer came out today for a movie that's going to be playing.
Oh yeah.
It's called The Furious.
Yep.
Oh, okay. I was watching that and I was like, oh, Tony's going to love this.
I made it
yeah.
halfway through the trailer and I turned it off.
because you don't want any spoilers.
I've seen enough.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't do trailers.
Yes.
So I don't know why I even started watching them because I had already read the description. I'm like, I'm in.
Yeah.
And I started watching it. I'm like, I'm totally in. I need to stop watching this trailer because they're doing everything in it.
Hammer fights.
Oh, God, yeah.
Hammer
Dude
fights.
busts out a hammer and everything.
A
Oh, yeah.
sledgehammer.
Yeah.
Oh, my
man.
God.
For fans of the Raid, they're
Yeah.
going to love The Furious. This movie is, it's balls to the wall, I guess is the only way that you can say it. It's crazy. There's so much crazy things that happen in this movie. And some people are going to say, well, Monty, how's that fall into horror and sci-fi? I don't know about you, but there's some movies that I feel like, especially like fighting movies, where I'm like, this feels like a horror film because of how visceral it is, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like that's how I feel about this one. So it was one of those movies that came along and they were like, hey, what do you think about playing Furious at the film festival? And I was like, yes, let's do it.
Yes. Especially because like action movies now, to me at least, like they're just getting kind of boring. Like
I agree.
They're either full of way too much like CGI, or it's just like, I don't know, like, you know, like I said, I watched Nobody 2 and I watched Sisu Road to Revenge. And I love Nobody 1.
Yeah.
And I love the first Sisu movie. But it was just like, you know, they just kind of like do it again.
Yeah.
And, you know, I want something different and like, I want to feel dirty.
This is why.
After I watch it, like, oh, I got to go take a shower. I felt like I just went through all this too. Like, ugh. I'm wore out. It was like, God, it was the Mission Impossible movie where Henry Cavill cocks his fists. Remember, he was like this. I was exhausted after that movie. Like I walked out of the theater, I was like, God dang, I need to go take a break. That's what I want in my action movies. I want to feel like I need a minute to relax.
I think this is why I love Jackie Chan so much and Jet Li, because you know they did the same thing in every movie, but they didn't do the same thing in every movie.
Yeah.
But they're different movies. I was just watching a Jackie Chan movie recently, and I was like, there's no one that does this now.
Oh, God, yeah, no.
No one that does this now. And when I see something like The Furious, where they have these long takes and so many stunt actors and everything, it's the closest I've seen things get to what Jackie Chan and Jet Li were doing back in the day. And you just don't see that time taken for it. I think filmmaking, as it's gone more digital, has become something where you can just keep doing and doing and doing and doing. Like it just becomes a process piece. Where I feel like back in the day when Jackie Chan was making movies, you had to rehearse and you had to take the time and you had to do all of the prep before you even went up there. I mean, that's what makes him so good, is he's such a perfectionist.
Because it was like, you know, when you see a Jackie Chan movie and he's running on the side of a skyscraper, he's running on the side of a skyscraper. Like he could slip and fall and that's the end of Jackie Chan. Like that's it. But like, you know, now
safety
it's
net,
like,
no safety cord.
You know, there's the only person that's kind of doing is my guy, Tom Cruise.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
My guy,
Tom Cruise.
Tell Tom I said, what's up?
I wish.
Tony and Tom
Someday.
back at it.
Oh my God, I thought I was there. When I went to the Paramount secret screening, I was in there with my fiance and we were trying to find a place to sit. And we were going to go sit in the middle. I'm like, let's go get in the middle. Like, you know, middle's always the best spot. But I was like, no, wait, front row. And she's like, why the fuck you want to sit in the front row of the movie theater?
Yeah, that's kind of psycho.
Because this is a secret screening. And if this is a Paramount movie, what if it's Top Gun? And what if Tom Cruise comes out to introduce it? I want to be within arm's reach.
within he can punch me reach.
Got no Tom Cruise though. Just got She's the Man.
Okay.
That would have been cool though if Channing Tatum and Amanda Bynes came out.
It would have.
That would have been dope.
my God.
Still, that's you know what? That's a really good thinking though. I wouldn't even have thought of that being that close to them. Okay, well, back to here.
Speaking of Tom Cruise showing up out of nowhere.
Yeah, right?
Come on.
Yeah.
Last year, I'm on my way. I don't remember what movie I was on my way to see, but I started getting text messages of like, yo, Charlie Sheen's here.
Okay.
And they started lifting out other actors. And I knew you guys were going to be showing Platoon.
Yep.
But I had no idea the cast was going to be here.
Yes.
And I've never seen Platoon, so I wasn't aware of who all was going to be in it. And so I just want to know, who's going to be here this year so I can be ready this time? Because I'm outside.
Give us your secrets.
We're outside the theater. We're interviewing Jeff Begos and Matt Mercer from Jimmy and Stiggs.
Yeah.
And I'm holding the camera. Interview's going on. And behind them, just pacing back and forth, I'm like, is that Corey Glover from Living Color? I'm like, no, why would he be here? But I was like, but nobody else looks like that, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, it's not him, whatever. And then it turns out it was him.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why? So
I would love to be able to tell you who's going to be here. I would love to be able to tell you that. Oftentimes I don't know.
No.
Oftentimes I don't know until we end up having those announcements usually come in pretty last minute for us.
Like who all showed up for Platoon again?
So who did we have for that? Corey Glover was there. We had what's his name? Keith David.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Keith David was here. I can't even remember who was all here. Oliver Stone. Oliver Stone was here. But yeah, we had a whole host of people, and at the same time, we had Billy Zane was here last year.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, And who else was here? What's his name from Entourage? Why did I forget his name?
Kevin Dillon?
No.
Turtle.
The short guy.
The guy.
The guy. That guy.
Yeah, that guy.
That guy.
Oh,
yeah.
that guy.
He was in Old School. He played the dean in Old School.
Oh, Jeremy Piven.
Jeremy Piven.
Okay,
yeah. Cut out all that other stuff.
Yeah.
Let's just talk about. don't make me forget the guy. Don't show me forgetting the guy I interviewed. I interviewed Jeremy Piven. But yeah, that was that was an unexpected year because we just had so many folks that showed up, and oftentimes we don't hear about it till sometimes the week before the festival when folks' programs or their schedules will clear up and they have the availability. Because I was shocked to see Corey Glover because I got an opportunity to chat with him, and I was like, he was telling me, he goes, man, I'm so nervous. He goes, I don't, I'm not an actor. And he was like telling me all this. And I'm like, hey man, I'm like, I looked at him, I said, in 2 weeks, you're going to be in front of 52,000 people at WrestleMania doing the CM Punk song. Yeah. I said, you're nervous now? There's like 300 people in the theater right now. There's not like a lot of people, but he was so nervous. And it was kind of cool to have that little moment with him as well too. And also to kind of be roasted by Jeremy Piven because we had the lights were an issue in one of the theaters. They weren't able to get the lights on fast enough. And Jeremy Piven is like in my ear, just roasting me. He's just like, this is just dead space. You got to do something. You got to entertain them. Go out there and entertain them. Tell some jokes. And I'm like, I don't know any jokes, Jeremy Piven.
You're the comedian.
And then one year too, Edward James Olmos showed up unexpectedly. He had his son was a director for a film, and he was in it. And just randomly, it's like 20 minutes from showtime. And our festival director, Jason Carney, runs up to me, executive director Jason Carney runs up to me and he says, hey man, I need you to do an interview. I said, with who? And he goes, Edward James Olmos is here. I said, where? And he goes, right there. And he points, and Edward James Olmos has a thing of popcorn and a drink, and he's just here to watch a movie. And I'm like, okay, cool. Let me get my jacket real quick, and we'll go out there and do an interview. But those are the moments. I tell people too. That's what makes the film festival so fun. Is you don't know like who's going to be here. Even Bigos and Mercer last year when they showed up, we weren't really sure if they were going to be able to make it until like kind of last minute. And we were really excited to have them. And I'm glad that they stuck around and talked to everybody. Yeah, that was really cool. Sometimes it's really people cool just leave.
It's cool to like come to a film festival, see a movie, and then like weeks later see it. Oh, it's been picked up by Eli Roth's new horror company, and then like. When we were in California, they had like a Jimmy and Stiggs exhibit at the Mystic Museum. And it was cool to kind of like, oh, I saw this at a film festival. Now it's like out in the world and there's things out about it and, it's getting bigger. Like, what is it like whenever you see that? Like, it's, a movie that's been at, your guys' film festival and now it's.
We just had one recently, Demon.
Yeah.
It got picked up by Screambox. Mm-hmm. They played here last year and they're such amazing filmmakers and, they had such a great time that while they were here, and they were working real hard to try to find an opportunity for their film to get seen somewhere. So the fact that we were able to give them an audience and be able to put that opportunity out here for them was a real big. It was a big opportunity for us, and I'm glad that it paid off for those guys because their film deserves to be seen by a large audience. And getting it on Screambox is pretty awesome.
Yeah,
because they get to be seen by a whole host of people, but. That seems to be the thing every single year. And the opposite is true too. There are movies that play here that you might never see again. Mm-hmm. And I've had many conversations with people who have come to the film festival for many years now who will say, hey man, I watched this movie back 10 years ago. Whatever happened to that movie? And I'm like, I have no idea. Like I try to look for Blu-ray or DVD and sometimes you can't find it. Yeah. So, there's the opposite as well too. Filmmaking is a tough road. And sometimes your biggest cheerleader is you and the festival audiences that watch your film.
For sure. Whenever you're interviewing people, do you find it hard to stay on topic at all? Because
all the time.
If I was going to interview Jeremy Piven, I would only be asking him about Judgment Night.
Yes.
Like that's the only thing. In July, Alec Baldwin is supposed to be at Days of the Dead, and I'm assuming I'm going to have to do a panel with him. Yeah. I'm like, I'm only going to be able to talk to him about The Shadow. Like, that's the only thing that's going to come out of my mouth is shit about The Shadow.
Hey, I talked to Billy Zane about Phantoms.
Yeah.
The Phantoms. Yeah.
The Phantom.
Yeah. I talked to, and then about, I talked to him about
Did you ask about how like they put muscles in the suit, but by the time he came in, he had the muscles, they had to remove the muscles from the suit? Yeah.
I asked him if he would do his dance from Tales from the Crypt, Demon Night, when he like jumps out the window and does his little country dance. I've always loved that. He didn't think that was funny.
Oh man.
He's like, I've been trying to erase that from my.
It's okay. I love our interactions with our filmmakers. I don't think I've ever told some of these stories. Yeah. This is crazy. I don't think I've ever been on a podcast to tell these stories, but I remember sitting in a little restaurant right here, and I was told, Ty West is here, and he wants to have dinner before the movie starts. And I said, cool, I'll go eat with Ty West. That's awesome. I like Innkeepers. I like, all his movies that he's put out so far. So Ty West comes in. This is now Ty West before he did his trilogy of movies, right? With X and Maxine and all these movies that he's come out with. This is well before that. And so Ty West comes in, and I'm eating with Ty West, and we're just having a great conversation. And then I get another phone call, and they say, hey, we've got 2 more people that are going to join you. I said, okay, yeah, more the merrier. Come on in. And the door opens up, and it's Jason Blum from Blumhouse and Jason Blum and Mike Flanagan.
Ty West, Jason Blum, and Mike Flanagan walk into a restaurant with Monte Yazzie. It sounds like the beginning of a trip.
I'm leaving.
I'm
gonna get up and leave.
Enjoy your dinner.
That was a crazy night.
I'm gonna leave the city.
Yeah,
like I don't belong in this city right now. Like
that was a wild. And I think Ty West, as soon as those guys came in, I think he had to go do something, but he got up and left. So then I was just like still sitting there with an empty plate of food, and here comes Jason Blum and Mike Flanagan. They sit down and they're like, well, we want to order dinner. And I'm like, well, I guess
You're like, okay.
I'll eat again.
Yeah. Better eat again.
You're going to find something.
That was the year that Mike Flanagan was here for Oculus.
Oh my
So he came for Oculus, and Ty West was here for The Sacrament. And it was the same night. And everybody showed up, and Jason Blum came in a fancy party bus. And I remember,
straight from Old Town.
I remember after it was over, this is a real funny story. I don't know if I should tell these stories. Oh, well, it was many years ago.
You know what?
But I was walking out to the party bus. So I'm like, yeah, we're buddies. We ate dinner together. And I get like 2 feet from the party bus, and Jason Blum goes, thanks a lot, kid. He closes his door and he drives off. And I was like, oh man. And I'm standing just out here, just on the sidewalk. And like, immediately he drives off, and I'm just like standing there by myself, and there's like just festival goers walking by, and I'm like, yeah, all right.
You're like, you know what? I had dinner with Jason Blum.
Whatever.
I thought we were going.
Dang. What? Okay. Sitting there, I mean, at the end of the day, all these people are just humans.
Yeah.
But there are some people that we still, kind of fan out about, especially, or like, I love your work or whatever it might be. And this is like, something that's going to be a part of our lives, forever. Yeah. We talk about, on our Monday morning extra on Patreon, people that have passed away and how they're just a part of our lives. Like, you know what I mean? And you might not ever get to meet them, but being able to meet them and have that experience of like, oh, I had dinner with like some three powerhouses in the horror world. I mean, that's just an incredible example.
Powerhouses before they were powerhouses. Yeah. That's the crazy part. Like I think about that where like, I'm like Flanagan would then go on to become the man that is doing all these movies. And at the time, he was here for Oculus. There's nothing wrong with Oculus. Oculus was great, but that also has Karen Gillan in it, who then moves on to go and do Marvel films. And before you know it, it's just like you see these guys at this moment in a very big turning point in their life, because after that, they rocket to the skies. And it's kind of crazy. Oculus director Mike Flanagan played his first film, Absentia, at the International Horror and Sci-Fi Film Festival. That was way back in the early 2000s. And he was a festival goer, walking around, hanging out with filmmakers and, going to screening and all those things. And like I think back to that moment where I was like, whoa, like he was just a brand new filmmaker with the world in front of him. And, fast forward 20 years and now he's out doing everything. He's making a new Exorcist movie.
I cannot wait. I'm very excited.
And I look at him for that and I'm like, man, he's making a new Exorcist movie. That's crazy.
Yeah.
We were just talking about The Exorcist and like if it's still scary or not. And like, obviously it's nostalgic, but it's very exciting to know that there's like that big, like there's a Phoenix Film Festival tie to the new Exorcist. Do you think
it's still scary?
I do not. No. But I think it was groundbreaking.
Why is that?
I think just because like things are I think the definition of scary is different.
Yeah. Do you feel like you have to be tied to religion to find it scary?
Possibly, maybe.
I feel like there's a lot of that movie that is traumatizing for people who grew up in a church or church on the weekends. And for those that didn't, it doesn't mean anything.
That makes sense. I mean, there is definitely a lot of religious trauma that I know a lot of people have, even like personal friends, especially not just religion, but like Catholicism. I mean, and then too, a lot of the exorcist and demon movies do have a lot of that like religious aspect to it. I mean, even think about like The Conjuring and things like anything that you need, like any type of exorcism with it is always related to religion. So that's actually a great point. I didn't really think about it from that perspective. But I will say, I think it like changed horror in a big way because of how like traumatizing it was, really, like with like a little child being that crazy and scary.
Well, Friedkin's an amazing director, and his work is not studied as much as it should be, but Friedkin is an expert when it comes to pacing a film. And I feel like Exorcist, looking back on it from a filmmaking perspective now, Exorcist is an immaculately paced film. It pulls you in and then lets you go for a little bit and then pulls you back in again, even harder, and then lets you go for a little bit. And then by the time it has you all the way built up for this finale, you aren't exactly sure what you're going to get because you've already had these really aggressive moments in the film. And now you get to this ending that's just crazy and you don't know where to go. And then he leaves you wanting more and refuses to give you it. Even in his sequels, he doesn't give you it. And that's amazing. I feel like that's the genius of that movie. And I recently came home to my daughter watching Jaws by herself. She was sitting, she's 11 years old. She was sitting there watching Jaws by herself. And it's probably the 4th or 5th time she's watched it by herself. And I came in and I said, recognize it. I said, what are you watching? She goes, I'm watching Jaws. I'm like, oh. I said, it's almost over. And she goes, yeah. And it finished. And she comes over to me and she goes, hey, Dad, you know what's scariest about Jaws? And I'm like, what's that? And she goes, it's not really the shark because the shark's just doing shark things. And I said, yeah. And I said, what do you think's scary about it? And she goes, when Quint tells the story of the soldiers in the water and the sharks come and pick them off one by one, he goes, that scene's scary. And I sat back and I was like, it is. And she walked off and I was ready to cry because I'm like, I'm raising a good cinema kid who's seeing things in a great way. And like, I told her, I said that the scary part about Jaws isn't even the shark, it's the people. It's the fact that these men are so obsessed with killing the shark that's honestly just doing shark things. So, yeah.
Have you guys gone out to the Academy Museum to see the exhibit yet?
Yeah.
Yeah, we just did that.
The exhibit's amazing. I'm not an Academy plug, but I am an Academy member.
Yeah.
I love the Academy Museum. It seems like every time I go, even if it's some of the same stuff, I still watch. I still look at things over and over and over again. It's so amazing. Yeah,
I like just seeing props, like screen use stuff.
Did you do the forced perspective? Yeah?
That
was awesome. I loved it.
Yeah, I couldn't really get it to work very well, but I did it.
Well, speaking of the Academy, I mean, we're speaking horror and all that fun stuff. Horror has had such a great run with awards.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and like you were talking about, you might be able to see a film like really blow up and to be able to like go far. You might not, but I think horror and people are starting to recognize more and more that there is a lot that is untapped. And there's a lot of filmmakers that are really pushing the boundaries and are able to come up with creative storylines. And that's what people are really recognizing instead of like, you know, the same storyline over and over or like, you know, different, I love my superhero movies. I do. But those are getting pretty beat down, you know what I mean? And pretty watered down from what people love. And like, you know, that personable aspect that you're talking about. So what does it mean to you, you know, and all of your, because Phoenix Film Festival and International Horror Film Festival doesn't happen without people that truly love film. Yeah. So being able to see the movement that horror is making on the big stage, like, what does that mean? Like, like when you're sitting there watching it? It's such a
happy thing for me to see Amy Madigan get an award.
Her speech was so good. Oh my God, it's so cute.
It's so great. And then to play that game where you look at everybody that's there and I'm like, Leonardo DiCaprio was in the Critters movie and, you know, Michael B. Jordan is in The Sinners. And, you know, you look at the crowd of everybody there and you kind of start realizing a lot of them have gotten their start in horror films or have, you know, dipped their toes into the horror movie films, you know, throughout their career. But for me, I think, having a group of people around us who are helping with this festival, and we are only as strong as the volunteers that give a lot of their time to what we do here. We would be nowhere without them, and all of them have their own unique love for cinema in different ways. And I feel like that's probably the proudest thing about working for some place like Phoenix Film Festival and our International Horror and Sci-Fi Film Festival is we have the opportunity to work with people who are as passionate about film, maybe not in the way that I am, but in a different way, that it's just so inspiring. We have great people who curate our education pieces. We have people who are doing our, all of our community spotlights, and they're passionate about film in so many different ways. And I feel like that's what makes us so unique is when you go watch a block of films, whether that's, Latinx, whether it's LGBTQ+, whether it's Native American shorts or features, you have people who are from those communities and they're curating what they want to see and what they feel like should be put out there. And that's individual. And having that as a touchstone of what we do here is really inspiring. And it is one thing that I look back on every festival year, and I just keep saying it's impossible. I feel like it's impossible for us to grow anymore, and then we do. And then when it happens, I'm like, whoa, you can't get any much better than we have now. And then next year comes around, and I'm like, yeah, we just continue to get more strong with those people, and that's where we come from. And a lot of the filmmakers and a lot of the volunteers that we have that are here have their own dreams of being filmmakers. So when we have one of them come back as a festival, competition person, somebody who's in the festival, I'm always excited. I give a lot of hugs on our filmmaker nights and our industry nights because you get to see people who are making their dreams come true. And, even like the podcasts that we get to be on, all these different podcasts, to see you guys grow over time and to see like where Scaredycast has gone in the last 5 years that I've known you guys. Crazy. It's pretty amazing to see that. And, I'm always excited to see people growing and getting better, and you guys continue to grow and get better. And that's a real testament to what you do. And it doesn't come from luck. It comes from hard work.
Yeah. And like you're saying, it truly is a community, there are so many people out there that want to see each other grow and that understand, like we were talking about in the beginning, that understand the struggle and that are like, yeah, of course, I understand what it's like to be where you're at. I want to help any way that you can. And then two, it's just full of amazing people that love the same stuff. So when you're coming to Phoenix Film Festival and International Horror and Sci-Fi Film Festival, yeah, you're meeting like-minded people. It's a safe space to be able to enjoy your films. But then also too, like you're saying, people are out at the restaurants or grabbing drinks or going to the parties that you guys have or going to the networking events that are also a part of this great, couple weeks that you guys have. It's not just films. There's a lot of opportunity to be able to just talk with people that love the same stuff that you do. It's it's really powerful. It really is. I love stuff like this. This is exactly why I love Comic-Cons and things too. And all the different horror conventions that we go to, because it just really brings so many people together from all walks of life. There's so much representation, like you were saying, and to be able to showcase those stories and to be able to inspire others to maybe look at life through a different lens is incredible. And I think not enough people are exposed to it, with mainstream media. So being able to expose people to that and to be able to open their eyes and be like, oh, you know what? Maybe I wouldn't normally have a conversation with this person, but this is going to make me maybe understand where they're coming from. So that's really cool to me.
And the cool thing about film festivals too is like you said, when you had dinner with, those guys before they were who they are, is, you can come to a film festival and watch somebody's first movie. Yeah. And then, years later, they're just as big, they're the next Spielberg or whatever. And it's cool to know that I was there and saw their first movie, or I met them at a film festival when they were first getting started and stuff. So it's cool to get out there and support, because you don't know who's going to be, the next thing either too.
Yeah. Yeah. That's always the joy of it as well too, is, it's awesome to see filmmakers come back and show their films again, their new films again, but it also is cool to see them grow. We have a Native American filmmaker who's now been with us. This is his 5th year in a row. He submitted something to the festival, and to watch his progression as a filmmaker has been really a joy, because every single film he does is better in a really unique way. And to see that growth, happen over time, it's so amazing, because you're like, wow, you continue to get better. And it's only a matter of time before that movie or that idea or that story that you want to put out there hits with a larger audience. And then I'll be talking about, he came 5 years in a row and now he's got a Netflix thing. Or
yeah.
That's always a joy.
It's like your little babies.
Yeah.
It's like hatching them out and putting them into the world. Like, go fly.
Yeah. Go. Be free. I always tell people the story in those sports movies when the athlete hits the game-winning shot or throws the game-winning touchdown, and then he looks to the stadium.
Yeah.
And there's that one guy that's up there. He's just like.
Or the coach is like sitting there like,
yeah.
I believed in you the whole time. This is why I pushed you so hard. It's like, Oh my gosh, that's so funny that you say that because it's like every sports movie trope. Like it's like incredible. Well, speaking of filmmakers, I mean, last time we talked to you, you were doing your own thing out there, like working on projects that maybe you weren't able to talk about yet, or maybe that you had like ideas about or things like that. Is there any progress reports you can give us or anything that you're working on or?
Yeah, I feel like the time to talk about Dead Thing is finally ending because we got our Blu-ray out earlier this year, which was a huge accomplishment for our team, to have something. We're all physical media people. So having our friends at Vinegar Syndrome, and our distributor help promote a physical release that's so beautiful and came out way better than I could have ever imagined was a giant accomplishment. So with that being done, kind of closes the book on everything for that. And, we have been working on different efforts here and there. A lot of stories that we're finalizing, seeing which one's going to be the next one that we move forward on. And, Monte's been working on something very Native American and very horror. So hopefully the next time that we have this conversation, we'll have more progress on that, maybe even something done.
Yeah.
So, but I've been working on a specific horror-themed Native American story for the last probably 7 years. And the hope is that it'll be launching very soon.
That's incredible.
It's exciting.
You know what though? Like that is something too that people don't think about of like, they see a film that's like on Netflix or like in the theaters. They don't realize the whole journey that goes through of like in writing it, coming up with the idea, all the different people that are involved in it. There's so much that goes into it. And so like when you're seeing something of that scale and especially independent, it's a thing of beauty, like, because you don't realize how much truly goes into it. And two, I mean, a lot of projects, they come to life because you are able to talk about them and get the word out and things like that. But there's a lot of things, like you're saying, like maybe he's not ready to be able to talk about yet. Or like maybe you're like, you're having these conversations and maybe you don't want to jinx it, so there's a lot of different things that come into play with Tony.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
God, yes.
Yeah.
If I could, I would just scream everything to the whole world. But I'm like, I can't say shit right now, man.
Yeah.
But that's cool. That's exciting. Yeah, that's super exciting. I know that whenever you are ready, Tony and I, and hopefully Brian next time when we're having this conversation, we're ready to scream it from the roofs with you.
I'm excited. I kind of follow with Tony as well too, where I didn't say anything about Dead Thing until 2 days before we finished shooting.
Wow.
Like 2 days, the final 2 days was when I was like,
okay, I think it's happening.
I think I'm going to post something. Otherwise, it was real vague. I'm like, I'm in California, but no one knew I was in California. And then it was like, I found a camera. And they're like, how do you find a camera? And then 2 days before we ended, I posted a film. I said, we're closing in on the wrap of this film that we're working on. But no one knew at that point in time that it was 2 years in the making.
Super secret agent spy man.
Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah. But like, I kind of agree with that. Like, it's hard. It's a lot of pressure on you if you put something out there and then you're not able to come through on it. So
yeah.
I think that's a big thing too, is like people are always like, what's next,
Yeah.
And just because you're not able to share it or talk about it yet, like doesn't mean something. And you know what? And some people, like you said, like maybe nothing's next. Like that was what I wanted to do. Yeah. I wanted to do a film, or I wanted to do a podcast, or I wanted to like get into a festival, and like there's not anything next, and that's totally fine too. But there is a lot of pressure when you are a creator, and especially too, I mean, in the world of social media and likes and shares and audience numbers, things like that, you're not seeing what people are seeing in a theater. You're not seeing those sold out theaters. You're not seeing the people that are giving like, standing ovations and things like that, or that are asking about a certain project. You're like, this has 5 likes. And that's like what people judge things on. And when you're in an environment like this, it's not like that. It's so much more real and tangible.
Yeah. Yeah. They don't see the the hours and hours and hours that go into it. So sometimes I remember when we first finished the film, people were coming up to me, and we had just wrapped maybe for like 10 days. And I remember someone came up to me and they said, "So what's next?" And I'm like, I'm
gonna take a nap.
And at that moment, I was like, nothing. I never want to do this again. Like, I remember that was the feeling, because it was just so much taken out of you, to make something even come to life. But and then the minute you say that, you look back at it and you're like, why did I say that? Because I'm ready to do something again.
And it's like, we get asked to review a lot of movies, and I always feel bad when it's like an independent, director, someone will reach out and they'll be like, will you watch our movie and like give it a review and everything? And then I watch it and I don't like it. Yeah. And then I have to I won't review it if that's the case. Cause if it's a major Hollywood movie, like Scream 7 or something, then I'll say it's bad. But if it's somebody who's put their everything into it, I'm not going to go on here and shit on their movie. So I always have to just, I send the email back. I'm like, hey, we're not going to get a chance to review it. Sorry. And they're like, oh, it's okay.
That doesn't always happen though. There are some that we just legitimately don't have time to be able to do. Or we get a lot of emails about that.
I remember when I called you guys and I said, listen, if you guys ever want to have a Phoenix Film Festival International Horror Sci-Fi interview again, you guys better watch Dead Thing.
It was great though. Okay, but you know what? You said you better give it 5 stars.
I'm just kidding. We didn't do that.
It better be your favorite on Letterboxd. It better be in your top 5.
I was like,
for a year minimum.
Avenger? Really?
We're gonna need.
We're gonna have to talk about that one, Kelsey.
I don't even remember what's in our Letterboxd top 5 right now. I know last year I did it where I was like, I'm gonna put our favorites from this year.
That was
and I don't
favorite,
think I've
right?
updated
Toxic
it.
Avenger last year?
I think I did have that as my.
I did too. We had Toxic Avenger, Weapons, Hard Eyes, and Dangerous Animals were our top 4 favorites.
Those were fun movies. Those are fun movies.
And then Sinners. Well, that's not on that, but Sinners.
I think this year to update the top 4.
Shit.
The Bride.
Bride was fun.
I haven't seen it yet.
Bride was fun.
I'll put Send Help in there.
Send Help was good. Yeah.
See, and I disagree.
Yeah. You didn't like Send Help?
It was okay.
It was okay.
It was all right. The acting was great. Meh.
Okay.
It was met to me.
And I don't know what else.
Huh.
I don't really. I mean,
I liked The Bride.
Scream 7 is not going to go in there.
I liked The Bride until I didn't like it.
Oh no.
That's usually how it goes.
Yeah. It was about it was right at that moment when it shifted into its 4th story it wanted to tell, and I was like, oh, I'm kind of out now. But it was not bad. I still think the performances were amazing. Jesse Buckley's awesome, and to see Christian Bale do what he did in that movie, I think is pretty awesome. He really gave it everything.
It is weird to think that's Christian Bale, and he hasn't been in anything in a long time, has he? Or am I forgetting?
He's done a lot of indie stuff.
Oh, okay. So not anything
smaller
that's
projects.
Okay.
But yeah, hasn't done really anything where he's been the star.
Okay. And then Jessie Buckley, is she the same one that's on? She's in Hamnet, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I haven't seen that yet, but that's on my list. I do want to see that.
The Christian Bale was in a really good race car movie called Ford vs. Ferrari. Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. My friend was talking about that. Okay.
Movie.
Yes. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, getting back to Phoenix Film Festival and International Horror and Sci-Fi Film Festival, what are some other things that people can expect? There might be some surprise appearances that Monte has sold his soul not
we need
to
some
tell.
Surprises. You need to make the International Horror and Sci-Fi Film Festival like the WrestleMania of film festivals. Where there's surprises, announcements,
Twists,
twists, something happens. Oh my God.
Someone stabs someone else in the back.
Ladies
Figuratively.
and gentlemen, Guillermo del Toro.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Bring Frankenstein back onto a movie screen, please.
And then all you hear is and then Kane Hodder comes out.
Oh yeah, there we go. Now we're talking.
Okay, all right. Now we have ideas for next year.
We got some great things that are going on this year. I think for those of people that want more interactive film opportunities, we have something called The Art of the Trailer, which is curated by myself and DJ Matty Robb. Coordinate this 85-minute trailer show where it's just different genres. We pick different movie trailers, maybe things that are very well done or some that are lesser seen. We do host that. There's a film sing-along that we have as well too, where they have different scenes from different movies, and you're just going there and sing the songs.
Like karaoke?
Like karaoke, yeah.
What?
Yeah, and they have like,
oh my gosh,
they'll have the all the subtitles underneath there, so
people aren't fucking it up with like the wrong the wrong words.
And I don't know what they're gonna do, but I can hope that we. I mean, I would assume. And again, I don't know anything about this one, so we have a Rocky Horror Picture inspired poster this year. There better be a Rocky song on there.
There's got to be. Yeah.
Are they redoing it, or is it a Broadway thing, or is it?
I heard Luke Evans is Frankenfurter.
Yeah. I saw that, but I wasn't sure if it was like, are they doing a new movie?
I think
or is
so.
it like just a Broadway?
Oh,
play?
maybe it's
like,
Broadway
it
actually.
Yeah.
Well, because it's the 25th anniversary, or it's like some anniversary of Rocky Horror Picture Show.
It's got to be way up.
Like
50th,
45th
right?
at least, or something like that.
Well, I just went to something at Gamage. Oh my gosh, I was so sick though. So I don't remember. Okay, I'm looking this up, but
okay.
Yeah.
Funny, what is your favorite horror trailer?
My favorite horror trailer is Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3.
Yeah.
With the Excalibur.
Yep.
The Excalibur.
Yeah.
I love that trailer quite. That's one of my favorite trailers.
That used to scare the poop out of me.
So good.
When I was a kid, you remember Viewer's Choice, you know?
Yeah.
And so like, it would just like, sometimes my parents would just leave the Viewer's Choice on.
Yeah.
So it would just preview movies. And that commercial for Texas Chainsaw 3 would come on and it would scare the hell out of me. But I would watch it.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I'm going to watch it because I want to get scared.
I love that trailer. Sometimes for horror, it's better to watch a teaser than it is to watch the full trailer. Because I think another great teaser is anything for, like from a sci-fi perspective, anything for Terminator 2.
Yeah.
Those teasers are great. And RoboCop teasers are awesome. And I think, what was one of the ones that I saw recently that was really good? For Nightmare on Elm Street 3 Dream Warriors, there is a teaser that is all inside the little dollhouse, the dollhouse that's in the girls' room. Yeah. And it's all shot inside there. And it's really, really effective because you're not exactly sure what it is until you get to the end and you're like, oh, it's Nightmare on Elm Street. And that teaser is cool. Yeah, I think, and I always like the Alien trailer where it's in space, no one can hear you scream. The little graphic that comes up.
I've always thought like the less you do is better. Like whenever Spider-Man when they brought back Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield, I was like, they should not do a trailer at all.
No.
Like don't put out a trailer, period, for the new Spider-Man. Just say it's a new Spider-Man movie. That's all you need to know. Yeah. Because to me, that's going to make more people want to go see it. Like if you're being that secretive about a movie, like that's going to make more people want to go, I think. Yeah. You know, especially if it's like Spider-Man, like people are going to go. Like you don't need a trailer for that.
You look at like even the Marvel's Endgame, right? Where they show you everything that happened, almost everything that happens in that movie, but they show you the big pivotal moment where they're all running towards each other. And I remember thinking to myself, I'm like, whoa, that's a big spoiler. But like it also got me hyped for that movie quite a bit.
Well, it was like for Infinity War, they put stuff in the trailer that wasn't in the movie.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because I remember, I'm watching Infinity War and that's at the end. Spoilers, everybody's getting dusted and they're vanishing. And I'm like, well, wait a minute. I haven't seen this part from the trailer. I haven't seen this from the trailer. And I was like, oh, they put that in purposely to throw you off.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's what they should always do. Like, I hate, like, because I always want to watch trailers, but they give everything away. So I don't watch them anymore. Like I read a synopsis and I'm like, all right, I'll go. Or like sometimes I just count on the movie title and I'm like, all right, like I saw Flush. Yeah. And I'm like, all right, what's this about? I was like, I read the description. I'm like, I'm in. I don't need a trailer. I'm good to go.
There's a 6.5 minute long trailer for Psycho, Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho. And it's like him doing a behind the scenes of his new movie. And it's all for Psycho. And it's a really engaging trailer, but like every year somebody will ask me, how come you didn't put that in the movie trailer? So spoilers, you're not getting the Psycho trailer in this new one.
Sorry, guys.
But we'll get that all the time. People be like, well, how come you didn't play the 6.5 minute Psycho trailer? Why? And I'm like, it's too long.
But it's Arizona.
It is Arizona, but it's
an Arizona movie,
Yeah, but not shot in Arizona. Only one part of it.
Still.
We're claiming it.
Yeah, we're claiming it, damn it.
Yeah.
Like, we don't got much to claim.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Psycho and tumbleweeds. That's it. You know what though? It's like maybe it's like Bohemian Rhapsody. You remember when they're like, no one's gonna put a 7-minute song on the radio?
That's true. That's true. Maybe I should put it in one of these years. One of these years, I'm gonna put it in.
You know what? Put it in, and then when everyone that like complains about it overrides like the people that have been complaining it's not in there, and then you'd be like, look, okay, like you missed it this year, and it's never gonna be in there again.
It's gonna be a post credits.
Yeah, they gotta wait. Ooh.
I'm gonna make it a post credits.
What about the trailer
that'd be amazing.
for Friday the 13th Part 8?
For Jason Takes Manhattan?
That's my favorite horror movie trailer.
That one's great too. Mm-hmm. I like that one where it's in the park.
Yep.
And you get to see New York.
You see like a guy and he's just standing there and it looks like he's just in a robe or something. And it's dun, 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 dun. Let's play that. And he turns around as Jason, just like a bunch of random people start going, ah!
Yep. We played that I think that was last year. That was in last year's trailer package. We had that.
Oh, hell yeah.
That was great too. I remember that.
Will you throw the trailer for Jaws the Revenge in there?
That trailer is a wild trailer. It's a wild trailer.
It's a wild movie.
It's a wild movie. Jaws growls.
He roars.
Roars halfway through that movie.
Like a dinosaur?
Yeah,
a dinosaur, yeah. But I do love Mario Van Peebles in that movie.
I love that movie.
I love Mario Van
I
Peebles.
love that movie. I feel like as time has gone on, I love it more and more.
Okay.
Tony is definitely like on his own boat, like with that.
Fine. Every like convention, I always ask the people, I'm like, can you please get Lance Guest or Mario Van Peebles?
Nice.
Please. Just please.
Mario Van Peebles is in this great movie called Full Eclipse. It's like a werewolf movie, but they have serum for it. And I've always loved that movie, Mario Van Peebles. And I love Mario Van Peebles. And now that we're talking about Mario Van Peebles, I like him in Heartbreak Ridge with Clint Eastwood. My fantasy football team for many years was called Gunny Highway. Random sidetrack because you guys want to know about, Mario Van Peebles.
Give the people what they want.
Mario Van Peebles fan club. President, right?
Yeah, I love Mario Van Peebles.
You guys can combine that with your wrestling podcast that you're going to start.
And his dad, Melvin Van Peebles. Very amazing cinema.
What a name.
Sidetrack.
Van Peebles.
Van Peebles.
Yeah. I like that.
Star of Jaws the Revenge. Michael Caine.
Say his name right.
Michael Caine.
There you go.
The size of a tangerine.
I knew. That's what I was trying to get you to do. I love it.
I can sit here and talk about Jaws the Revenge all night long.
All night long.
That's just me. Literally. Because nobody else likes Jaws the Revenge, I guess.
There are people, I think.
Where?
Yeah.
Where are my people?
Literally persons, maybe.
Every time I can't tell you how many Days of the Dead I've gone to now, and I will scour every vendor table looking for somebody who has some Jaws the Revenge art or something.
You're going to have to make it, Tony.
The only place I've ever found it is Fright Rags.
Yeah.
They had one shirt.
Yeah.
And I have it, and it's faded to shit. It's just, I wore it so much and washed it so much, it's gone now. So
you were the one Jaws the Revenge shirt that they sold.
Do you have a movie that you love that no one else loves?
Oh, I don't know. I'd have to think about that. I'm not a movie person. You know what? There is a movie. Okay, well.
I love that comment.
Okay.
I'm not a movie person.
Well, not that I'm not a movie person. I am. I just don't watch a lot of movies, and I try to be better at it. Well, okay. My Spice Girls people are going to know about Spice World.
Yeah, Spice World's great.
It's a great movie for people that love Spice Girls, and I can recognize that it's not great. I don't know if there's like a movie that I love that other people wouldn't like. I'm trying to think. Well, or maybe that they're not familiar with. I love Superstar.
Superstar, yeah.
I don't know. Let me think. Monte, I'm going to think on this.
There's this movie called Gentlemen Broncos. Have you ever seen this movie?
I've heard about it.
It's by the director of Napoleon Dynamite.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people don't like that movie, but I love it. I think it's great.
Who's in it?
Jermaine Clement is in it.
That's right, yeah.
And I forget who else. A lot of other people as well, too. But yeah.
I need to watch that.
But Jermaine Clement is the one I came for. I'm a big What We Do in the Shadows guy as well, too.
Oh, I love that show.
And the TV show.
Mm-hmm. You're putting me on the spot, Monte. I don't know. I'm going to think about this in like a week. And I'm going to be able to tell you, like, oh, there's a movie.
A whole week.
When I'm not here.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'll be like, hey, remember everybody? I'll text you. I'll be like, hey. No, I'll find you. Okay.
No, you won't.
I will find you at Phoenix Film Festival. And, okay, speaking of.
I'm going to put you on blast, okay?
I'm
going to put you on blast.
Kelsey in row H.
I'm going to put you on blast, okay?
In theater 22.
I just got hearted text messages from like 3 months ago
thinking, I was like, oh, Monty's going to be on the show tonight. I should text him. And I was like, oh, fuck. And I was like, oh, no. He sent me a couple text messages and I was like, oh my gosh. Okay, you know what happens is I read them and then I mean to go back. This happens to everybody.
You're just busy. That's all.
Well,
it is.
also too.
You're just very busy.
My cousin is very convinced I need to be medicated for a few different things.
Yeah.
So, okay, if I do not respond to a message, just know, please don't take it personally.
Okay.
I try my best. Okay. I do try my best.
I know you do. I know you do. I just thought it was funny.
I know. I saw it and I was like,
I was like sitting there and I'm like, hearted from months ago? I said, what is this?
Well, they were nice messages. And I was like, well, you know what? And then too, I was very excited for tonight. Couldn't believe it's already been a year. But speaking of like Monte, you are very busy, obviously, and you have a lot that you do at the film festival. Mm-hmm. But I think what is so amazing is that like anyone that like comes up to you, if you are able to, you know, obviously if you have like something that you have to run to or whatever, it's like different, but like you make time for anyone that comes up to you like during these things. So if someone sees you, International Horror and Sci-Fi Film Festival.
Yeah, come say hello.
Come say hello.
Come say hello. I might look like I'm annoyed, but I'm not, I promise.
That's probably like 20 things. Yeah, probably.
Just be prepared that I will ask you for your Handshake 5. I always ask for the Handshake 5. Those are the 5 films that describe you in that moment as maybe a filmmaker, maybe a podcaster, maybe whatever. But I tell people I never give the same Handshake 5 because I tailor it to whoever I'm around. So like you would get a different Handshake 5 than Tony would get.
Oh, wow.
Because I kind of have an idea for Tony's film liking, so I would tailor it for him. Huh. And then I've heard enough of conversation on podcasts for you that I'd be able to tailor it for you. So I do one that would be like, oh, this will connect us, and then I'll do like 4 that will.
Let's see what you got.
See what you got for who do you want it for?
Both of us.
For both of you?
Yeah.
Well, you've already given me Jaws 4.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't be so on the nose with Jaws 4, but for my Handshake 5 with you, I would go very clearly with how much I love Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 2. Okay. I'd put that on my Handshake 5. Yeah. And then I have to do 2 for myself, so I'm going to put on The Thing. I just absolutely love The Thing. I'm going to put on there an Akira Kurosawa film because I love Seven Samurai quite a bit. And I'm going to put on there a Starship Troopers.
Okay.
I do love a Starship Troopers. And then I'm going to put on there, let's go with a comedy. And I'm going to say my comedy right now is going to be Steve Martin's The Jerk.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I feel like those would give us good things to talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then now after you walk away and you're like, I had a great interaction with Monte, I'm going to be like, hey, Kelsey, how you doing? Good to see you. Right. And I'm going to say, for you, I'm going to say, oh man, there's so many ways I could go with this. But I'm going to say The Burbs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, The Burbs, because that was the first watch for you recently.
Yes, it was.
Yep.
Great film.
I'm going to say The Burbs. I'm also going to say Evil Dead 2 because I absolutely adore that movie.
Okay.
And then I'm going to also do Clueless.
Oh.
I love Clueless. That's a great movie.
Okay.
It would have been Clueless or Romeo and Michelle's high school reunion.
Both great.
I like both
of those. Great movies.
Yeah.
Arizona.
You're
Arizona.
Right. You're right. Yeah.
Okay, so we don't just have.
We got Romeo and Michelle.
Okay, all right. Adding to the list.
And I got 2 more on here, so I would also do Spider-Man 2, the original with Tobey Maguire.
Of course, you have to.
That's in my top for any kind of superhero film. And then my number 5 would probably be, I'm going to do something for me. I gave myself Evil Dead 2. So I'll probably do something just to see if you've watched it. And I would say P.T. Anderson's There Will Be Blood with Daniel Day-Lewis.
No, I have not. I have not seen that film. Okay.
Sometimes these get deep.
Yeah.
Like I've had conversations with people where like it's been real like aggressive. Like they'll be like, oh, I don't have time for you because of your Handshake 5.
Damn. Really?
Yeah. I've been in some
You're like,
rooms,
I invented this. You can't be mad about something I invented.
I did not invent this.
Well, on Scaredycast you did.
But on Scaredycast, yeah.
I've never heard of it before.
But I'll ask you your Handshake 5, and I'm not trying. I want you to be very honest. I want people to be honest about their Handshake 5 because part of it's the joy of film.
They get mad, but they get mad.
Some people do, and it's usually people that are trying to, they want their films to be the best.
Oh,
yeah, it's more of a competition.
Like an ego type thing.
And I love that too. I love that too because then I can really be that version of Monte that then no one likes.
You don't want that version of Monty coming out, you guys. No, you don't.
That. It becomes a little bit too cocky, right? Then I got to go way into my bag of movies references to be like, oh, you like that Akira Kurosawa? Okay. How about mine? How about this one?
The things that people get upset about is so funny to me sometimes.
But I love it. I think if someone loves film that much, I know that there was a version of Monty that loved film that much and would probably say the same thing.
Makes sense.
When you've written film reviews and film criticisms for as long as I have, it's sometimes embarrassing to go back and look at what you wrote about something in the past when you were a different person. And I have enough reviews now to go back and be able to look something 20 years ago. So I've gone back and looked at those and been like, oh my goodness, this guy just...
I think I'm going to put Jaws the Revenge at the front of all of my Handshake Fives because that's going to definitely
That's a great one.
That's going to set the tone.
That sets a tone.
Yeah, that sets a serious fucking tone.
So what is your Handshake 5? Back to me.
Oh man, Jaws the Revenge.
Yep.
And then I throw Clerks in there for me.
Yep.
Because that's a huge part of my lore with movies. I used to throw Pulp Fiction in there. But I don't know. Lately, I feel like I'm taking Pulp Fiction out of there.
Okay.
But Clerks
Really?
stays.
Yeah.
Clerks stays. Jaws Revenge stays because,
Yep.
you know, it isn't just me being obnoxious and being like, oh my God, I love shitty movies or Jaws. Jaws the Revenge was the first Jaws movie I saw when I was a little kid. So it stuck with me.
It imprinted on you.
Yeah. It's like Halloween 6 was the first Halloween movie I saw.
Yeah.
So even though Halloween 6 isn't a fan favorite, it's my favorite.
Yeah.
You know, it's like
Hellraiser 3
Yeah.
for me. No, Hellraiser 4 Bloodlines was the first one I watched in theaters before I watched any of the other ones.
Yeah.
So the time traveling Cenobites, love it. Love it. Yeah.
So Jaws the Revenge, Clerks, and then I'll throw Greasy Strangler in there.
Well done. Well done.
Greasy Strangler.
You can't have a Handshake 5 without Greasy Strangler.
Back to the Future.
Great.
Are these just your 5 favorites right now that you're doing?
No. I mean, my favorite movie of all time is Shaun of the Dead.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's, you know.
I
But
knew that.
if we're doing,
that.
you know, the
the
Handshake
back and
5
forth,
thing,
back
you
and
know,
forth,
got to
yeah.
know what kind of like,
Yeah, it's kind of a introduction.
it's kind of like, oh, wow.
Yeah.
So I think maybe I'll
Got one
put let's see. I'll put like an actual good movie in there,
What are you talking
But a
about? Back
deep
to the
cut.
Future is great.
but a deep cut.
Okay.
Like, you know, Back to the Future is, everybody's seen Back to the Future.
Yeah.
Let me think on it. Give me a minute.
Okay.
Tony's like, Backdoor 69.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, 1990.
TMMT.
Yep.
Nice.
I'm still just like, oh man. It got moved to November at least, but a few weeks ago, Days of the Dead was supposed to be in Chicago, and I was going to go. And they had Partners in Crime
Yep.
that were going to be there to perform Turtle Power
That's awesome.
on Saturday night
That's awesome.
with the 4 original actors that played the Turtles in the movie too. And
Yeah.
I was like, I'm
Yeah.
going to be in heaven. Like,
Yeah.
oh my God.
That'd be great.
So
Your
hopefully
Handshake 5.
Oh, my God.
Ninja Turtles. Ninja Turtle 3.
This is going to be hard for me not to just like film, like not just like name like my favorite movies.
Why not? They can be that too.
Okay. Well, that'll probably be easier.
Pretty Woman.
Oh, I do love Pretty Woman. You know what? Okay. Dirty Dancing.
Okay.
Love Dirty Dancing. You know, I'm kind of feeling a little Interview with the Vampire right now.
Great movie.
A little
I like
Interview
that
with the
one, yeah.
Vampire. Waterboy has to be up there as a great, like, that's like, I think one of my favorite comedies I can like watch over and over again. Maybe something, God. You know what? What's the Star Wars where he's like, I hate sand? Is that
It's
Clone Wars?
No.
No.
It's
the second
Or Attack of the
prequel.
Clones?
Yeah.
Attack of the Clones.
Attack of the Clones?
Sand. It gets everywhere.
Sand.
Of course.
I'm gonna go with that one. I'm gonna go with that one because I was just talking about traveling and stuff, and I had been to the place where like him and Padme, thank you. Oh my gosh, I'm getting all my stuff mixed up. I was just saying because Padme was on Threads absolutely roasting people, and it was amazing. So I have her on my brain right now.
Christopher Lee in that movie. Great cameos. Count Dooku.
I love those Star Wars movies. I need to rewatch those. And then I'm gonna say Lord of the Rings, Two Towers.
Nice. That's a great list. There's nothing wrong with that list.
Nerdy.
I'm changing mine.
Yeah.
I'm changing mine. Because I have an idea for my 5 now.
Okay.
Can't triple step a double stamp.
It's going to be one movie from each genre.
Okay.
Horror. First, you get a horror movie, Sleepaway Camp.
Great.
Second, you get an action movie, Speed.
Great. Yeah. Yeah.
Third, you get a comedy,
Uh-huh.
Three Amigos.
Okay.
4, Steve Martin.
Yeah.
4, you get a drama, La Bamba.
Don't talk to me about La Bamba.
I fucking love
I
La Bamba.
love La Bamba.
I love La Bamba. Dude,
You know how many times
me
he's
and my friend, you know
my
what?
goodness.
We used to be friends with the real Bob
Yeah.
on AOL.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
It was
We
crazy.
did a throwback screening here, and I fought for La Bamba, and I was so excited. Me and my 5 other people that went and watched it that day. It was a great day. I loved it. I love La Bamba.
And then I'm going to go with a sci-fi movie, Back to the Future.
That's a great list.
Yeah.
That's a great list.
Boom.
That's a great list. I like to sometimes, if you gave me your 5, I would, if I was going to come back with something, I would pick an actor that I like from all your movies and make that my list.
See, I wish I was okay. So first of all, I wish I had like the index of like movie knowledge that you guys have, because I feel like there are so many films I want to see and I just haven't or don't get around to or didn't know about
It's
it.
a gift and a curse.
It is like, yeah. And then as you guys see, like my memory is not always very great, like in the moment. So it's like, being able to remember those things. So it's incredible that you guys have this recall that you're able to just.
I'm doing it right now, and I have to say it, right? Because it's a good list. Now that I'm thinking about it, it's a really good list. Because for Lord of the Rings, I would put Viggo Mortensen for History of Violence, Cronenberg, for Christopher Lee in Star Wars Attack of the Clones. I would do one of his Dracula movies from Hammer.
Okay.
And I don't know which one yet, though. I'll come back to that. What was the third one you said?
Waterboy.
Waterboy. I'd go right to Fairuza Balk and say The Craft.
Oh,
I love The
The
Craft.
Craft's
I love The
so
Craft.
good. Oh,
What was your
and she's
second one?
amazing too. My second one was Interview with the Vampire.
Interview with the Vampire, I would go Christian Slater, and I would do Cuffs.
Hell yes.
Cuffs.
I have
Okay.
cups on
And then-
VHS.
Your first one was
My first one, what did I say? Oh, what did I say?
I don't remember what your first one was.
What did I say?
Clueless.
There was
No.
Interview with the Vampire, Waterboy,
Pretty Woman?
No, Dirty Dancing.
Yeah,
Dirty Dancing. Dirty Dancing, I would go Patrick Swayze.
You don't need to say it. I'll say
Yeah,
it for you.
go ahead.
Roadhouse.
Roadhouse.
Not Donnie Darko.
Nope. Roadhouse.
Roadhouse.
Hell yeah.
Oh, I love that. That's awesome. Okay. That's incredible.
So sometimes that's where I run off of it. So same with yours as well too. I'd probably do the same thing. I like that one.
Yeah.
Handshake 5 has always been one of my favorite ones, and it's fun to do it in our festival room as well too, because so many people have so many different movies.
Oh, I'm sure you get like everything coming out of the woodwork that people like think about, like, and talk about. Cause you have so many people that are, what would you call them? Filmies?
Oh, very much. Yeah.
Filmies?
Filmies?
Is that like a fan of films? You know how
Cinephiles.
Cinephiles.
Yeah,
Okay. Cinephiles.
I like
Filmies.
Filmies. though. Filmies is good. I like that too.
Filmies is kind of cute. Yeah, you have people that are like come from all walks of life and have so much in like, their knowledge of movies that they've seen.
Well, and there's always one person who likes something a lot. And when it's the one that they like a lot, I always want to investigate it more. Like one of the guys here loves Forrest Gump. And I love Forrest Gump as well too. And him and I have this connection from that moment because we didn't really, we talked here and there, but we weren't really close. But when he said Forrest Gump, I was like, I have a story for that. Like,
I just ate a Bubba Gump shrimp for the first time last week.
Did you like it?
I loved it.
Did you get a free appetizer? Because you answer the 10 Forrest Gump trivia.
I didn't know there was that.
Yep. They have a Forrest Gump trivia. They give
Messed
you
up.
10 Forrest Gump. I don't know if they still do it, but I won it. I've
Oh,
won
what?
it. And I
I
was
would
very
have totally.
excited.
I would have definitely won it too.
One of my
They probably.
major-
That's probably why they didn't say because they're like, oh, this guy.
Yeah, you're wearing a
knows.
Forrest Gump shirt, weren't
That
you?
was probably.
That's why.
I did get free ice cream. I got a free giant. We got free giant ice cream cakes.
Yeah.
Things.
Say
Yeah.
it right.
Ice cream sandwich.
Ice
Say it
cream,
right. Say ice- there you go. There you go.
ice cream.
Ice cream.
Do you remember what
And the
10
Costco guys were there. They were in Bubba Gump shrimp.
Do you remember what, not the whole 10 questions, but do you remember what a few of the questions were to get the free appetizer?
Yeah.
Yeah, there were some of them were hard. Like I remember one of the ones that was one of the ones that they talked about was which way does Jenny throw the sand when she's throwing rocks at her family's house. When they go back
Which way?
Yeah.
Like right-handed or left-handed?
She picks up, they wanted to know which hand she threw with. So she throws with her right hand.
Yeah. Okay. Huh.
But that was like one of the questions. Then some of them are easy. Like they'll say like, I don't know, like, one of the ones, and I the second time I went, I didn't win because they asked what song are they singing when Forrest Gump sings in the choir when he goes to go back to see Bubba. Because he starts going to church when he becomes a shrimp boat captain. And there's a scene where he's singing a song. I didn't know what it was.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Some of them are hard.
I have it in my head, but I can't think of one lyric.
Yeah.
Well, and especially if you've only seen like the TV version, I'm sure there's a lot cut out that you're not going to be able to answer. Okay, that's incredible. Okay, but so going back to the Handshake 5 and Phoenix Film Festival and International Horror and Sci-Fi Film Festival, before we wrap this up and before we learn again about what people need to do to be able to get their tickets, what they need to know ahead of April 9th, what do you want people to know that haven't ever been here before? Maybe they haven't. It's been a while. Or what do you want to say about people who are maybe like, you know what? I think I'm going to go try that for the first time.
We live by this motto that our whole festival is trying to find your favorite movie. Like that's our big thing. And one of the big joys of being able to do this is the opportunity that we do have this great privilege to show people movies that they might not get to see anywhere else. Mm-hmm. So I feel like for me, one of the beauties of being at a film festival and being able to help program in a way is, putting the spotlight on a film for these passionate filmmakers that are putting, sometimes their entire lives into these movies, but also providing an opportunity for somebody to discover something new. Maybe I live by this idea that cinema has a way of changing people's lives. Mm. And if you watch a movie here and it makes you feel like you have a community, if you watch a movie here and you feel like you're finally being heard, if you watch a movie here and you feel like, something is hitting on you in a way that other movies haven't, like that's a real beauty for me. And I hear those stories all the time from people who will say, oh, I watched this documentary and it made me think about something politically differently. Or I watched this movie about, underserved communities and it made me want to do something. It made me want to advocate for Latinx people, right? And those are the opportunities. Those are the moments that are real big. But I'm also here for the folks who are just like, I saw this great comedy and I laughed a lot and I really needed a laugh today. And that helped me. Yeah. And those are the moments for me that are so valuable. And at the end of the day, we're just a company that's putting together an opportunity for people to watch movies. But the people that do the work and the people that are volunteering, we love it in a way that maybe some people don't. And the opportunity for us to really impact a life, even if it's just putting a smile on someone's face, or for some of the people that we have here, an opportunity to meet with friends that they don't get to meet with every year. That's an honor.
Yeah.
And being able to do that's a real privilege. So that's the joy, and part of the reason why we continue doing this is because it is such a joy and an honor to be able to do that with people.
Well, it's a privilege for us to be able to talk about it and to be able to come cover it every year and to be able to see all of this incredible talent. And too, maybe you're going to learn something. Maybe it's educational. Maybe it's like to be able to connect. Maybe it's just an escape. People are going through really tough times, and it really is inspiring to see, that people are still creating, because that is definitely the best way to be able to make your voice heard, whether it's whether it's fictional or real. So I absolutely love being able to come here every year, and I appreciate everything that you guys do. And too, also coming from nonprofit background, volunteers are amazing. We love all of the volunteers that put all their blood, sweat, and tears into all of this, because nothing could really happen without them, and all the amazing filmmakers and everyone that comes here. And you guys, Monte, thank you so much for talking with us. And so again, we mentioned this at the beginning of the episode, but for anyone out there that maybe missed it, or maybe they were distracted, what do people need to know to be able to come enjoy Phoenix Film Festival and the International Horror and Sci-Fi Film Festival?
Everything that you need to know is on phoenixfilmfestival.com or horrorsci-fi.com. You can get information for every screening that we have available, get information for tickets and the different kinds of tickets that are available, and you get all of the other activities that we have going on, all of our educational pieces, all of our filmmaker panels. We have so much that we have event-wise that you can go to as well, too. An amazing Kids Day that we have for you to bring your kids out and give them a behind-the-scene look at what we do here. But you can all find that on the website, phoenixfilmfestival.com or sci-fi.com. And we start April 9th with our big night, our big opening night film, which is called Power Ballad. And then we start everything on April 10th. And we'll be here for 10 days doing a lot of great movie stuff. And I hope that we have a lot of people that show up and come say hello and let's watch a movie together.
Let's do it.
Sounds good. I'll be there.
Tony will be sneaking off with Monte, like getting little snippets of the WrestleMania weekend.
Yep. Sure will.
Probably.
Sure will.
If we can't find Tony and Monte at the same time, just know that they're watching wrestling
WrestleMania.
somewhere.
I want you to know
Eating
that
popcorn
when
in the
Corey
corner.
Glover was here, I was looking for you.
Oh, really?
I was looking for you. I don't know where you were at, but I was like, Corey Glover's outside right now by himself. Let's go up and sing the song to him right now. Where's Tony? He's the only one that knows this.
I tried telling my son. I was like, "Dude, you won't believe who's there." He's like, "I don't care. I hate CM Punk." And I'm like,
I love your
"No,
son. I love your son.
God, he hates CM Punk
So do I.
with a passion."
We don't call him
like,
CM Punk.
oh
He's
my
Pepsi Phil. Okay.
He
He's
does-
Pepsi Phil.
Yeah.
What's the story behind that?
He has a Pepsi logo on his arm.
What?
Tattoo.
Tony over here.
He's very straight.
We need Pepsi on your
He's a
cap.
straight edge guy. No drugs, no alcohol.
But
That's
Pepsi.
very respectful. I appreciate that from Pepsi Phil, but I don't like him as a wrestler.
Pepsi Phil.
That's okay.
That's
too.
amazing.
I say that because it's just fun to not like someone in wrestling.
You know what? I mean, that's exactly what they're there for.
Yeah.
Like you couldn't have
Not
wrestling
everybody
without.
likes Danhausen.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I do.
I love Danhausen.
Me too.
I mean, you were just talking about Danhausen on a previous
best.
episode,
He's the
weren't
best.
you?
I think
Pretty
so.
sure.
Yeah, or a couple episodes ago.
Yeah, a few episodes ago. Well, Monte, thank you so much for taking the time to be able to talk with us. It's always a joy, and I'm very excited to hear about an update when you can on the projects that you're working on. But before then, like you mentioned, phoenixfilmfestival.com or sci-fi.com, and we're going to be here. And we're going to be covering stuff. And so even if you guys aren't able to make it out here, it's obviously local, Phoenix, Arizona. Even if you're not able to come out here, make sure to go to scaredycast.com. Give us all the follows on the socials because we're going to be giving you guys updates on the films and the shorts and all the ins and outs of Phoenix Film Festival and Horror and Sci-Fi Film Festival. Because like you mentioned, you might be seeing these in other places. So even if you're not able to make it out here, you know, make sure to make plans for next year too. But we're going to, we're not going to get ahead of ourselves too far ahead. We're not going to get too far ahead. No. We're not going to get too far ahead. No. April 9th through the 19th. Thank you.
Welcome.
Monte, thank you so much.
Thanks,
Thank you for
Monte.
being here. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Do you have anything else any words of wisdom? Just anything that you want to say before we end this
Any
episode?
words of wisdom?
Any words of wisdom? You know?
You put me on the spot.
See, you put me on the spot with film, so I'm going to put you on the spot right
Jeez.
now.
No, you were
No,
outta here.
I'm gonna look at it.
no.
I'm gonna look down the camera here, and I'm
Stare
gonna
them deep in their
say,
eyes.
I'm gonna say to those people out there, if you're thinking about doing something, just do it.
Just do it.
Just
There's
do
an
it.
opportunity, and sometimes you don't get more opportunities. So if you have the chance, you have the resources, you have people around you that are rooting you on, ask them for help. Took me a long time to realize that asking for help is necessary in life. So take that chance, ask somebody for help, and go chase those dreams.
Boom. See?
Boom.
Heard it right here. Thank you so much, Monte. Appreciate you.
Monte.
Thank you.